Morning, my name is Mark Anthony from Marshall Municipal Utilities, and today we're here to discuss and talk about our Marshall Utilities electric and water meter replacement program. We're in the process of replacing all of our electric and water meters in the city of Marshall, roughly about 10,000 meters, both water and electric. And today we're here just to video a actual meter replacement for electric and water to give you an idea of how the process works. Right now, a lot of our water meters are 20 plus years old and they're just due for replacement. They've outlived their expected useful life, and same with our electric meters. Some of our electric meters are 20, 30, 40 years old, so we're going to be replacing all the electric and water meters with new electronic meters. And that's going to do a number of things for us. It's going to provide us with more accurate meters, more reliability, and give us the ability to read the meters remotely instead of reading the meters through manual process with meter readers going to each home every month. So right now we're going to go through that process, and part of the process is to expedite the whole meter replacement. We hired a company called Compass Metering Solutions, and they're going to be doing a lot of the meter installations in the city of Marshall. Marshall Utilities will be doing some, but the majority of them will be performed by Compass Metering Solutions. So right now I've got Jose with us from Compass Metering, and he's going to walk through the process of replacing electric meter outside, and then we're going to go inside and do the water meter. Right now Jose is checking for voltage to make sure everything is energized as is before he does his replacement. As you can see, that's an old mechanical type meter that has dials for every position on there. The new one will be electronic, and it'll be a lot easier to read and have a lot more functionality. During this process, some customers may have a short outage, roughly about 30 seconds, while the old meter is pulled and the new meters installed. Some of our newer meter sockets do have a bypass built in, and that will eliminate the need for an outage. Right now he's recording the old meter data information for the final read on this meter. He's entering that into his handheld. Now he's taking a picture of the meter to validate the read, so we always have a fallback on what the final meter reading was for accuracy purposes. Now he's putting on his protective gear. The shield he is wearing is for arc flash protection and safety. And the gloves will protect him from getting shocked. Now he's taking a picture of the exposed meter socket. We can use that for inspection purposes to make sure that everything is okay inside the meter socket with the wiring and the jaws for the meter socket. And now he'll be putting the new meter in. So that whole process, that outage, was about 30 seconds, which is about what it takes to replace a typical electric meter. And from there, he will be taking some pictures of the new meter so we can validate the correct serial number of the meter is at the right location. While he's doing that, I'll just talk a little bit about the whole process. Right now, it is September 21st, and we are in the middle of a pilot project, or pilot part of the meter installation, and we're going to do roughly 500 meters, and then at that point we're going to pause and validate that everything's working with the metering, the billing, and everything's okay with that, and then from there we'll go into full deployment. So customers have not been notified yet. You can expect a letter probably in a month or month and a half when we go into full deployment, and then from there you'll be notified on when we'll be replacing the remaining meters in town. Now we're inside the home to replace the water meter. This would be a typical residential water replacement. Right now he's just verifying everything with the old meter is correct, and he's going to be scanning the old meter information to get the meter reading for final billing of this meter. As you can see, this is an older mechanical water meter. I believe this one was installed in the mid-90s, so it is, time for replacement. He's shutting off the main water service line going into the meter. And this particular installation does have a valve after the meter, so they can isolate the meter itself and not have any water loss. If there is no valve after the meter, we typically would open a water valve downstream and drain as much water out of the system as possible before they replace the meter. One thing that our customers can do to help expedite this process prior to our meter techs coming to replace the meter is to clear all debris and obstacles in front of the water meter so they have clear access to the meter, and verify that that water valve before the meter is working properly. Otherwise, if that meter is not working properly, we'll have to go to other measures to shut off that water meter, or shut off water to the meter so they can replace it. One of the items they can do is the utilities can shut the water off at the curb stop. And another option is we do have freeze kits that can freeze the water line temporarily before the water valve so they can replace the meter. But this one is working fine, so we're good to go. Jose just cut off the wires that go to the touchpad. The way we are currently reading our water meters is through a touchpad located outside the home, where our meter readers touch a device onto that touchpad, and then that pulls the meter reading off of the meter. Now going forward, we're going to be installing a MXU unit inside the home, which will transmit that signal to the electric meter, and then from the electric meter that signal gets transferred out to our collectors and then into our billing system. With all the piping upstream from the meter, there is a fair amount of water that does have to be drained out of the system to replace the meter. In this example, you can see that that shutoff valve is not totally shutting off the water, so Jose's gonna do this with a little leakage here. As you can see, the new electronic water meters look quite a bit different than the older brass ones. Now he's entering the new meter information into his handheld, which will be downloaded to us so we can enter that into our billing system for proper meter identification for billing. Right now, Jose's in the process of mounting the MXU, or the communication module, which communicates the meter information from the water meter out to the electric meter, which in turn the electric meter communicates the meter information out to collectors and into our billing system. Typically, our preference for mounting that MXU unit is as high as possible inside the basement, up in the floor joists, but this particular basement has finished walls, so we're going to mount the MXU unit down lower. Right now he's just finishing up, cleaning up the excess wires between the meter and the MXU unit, just tying them up out of the way. Right now he's using his handheld to capture the installed meter information, serial number and register read for inputting into our billing system. And that should complete the installation for our water meter. So that's what is involved in replacing electric and water meters for typical residents. As this project moves forward, Compass Metering Solutions will be canvassing the area, and we will be sending out letters notifying customers which areas they'll be in at what times. And they will also be just canvassing the area. If they approach your house and nobody is home, they will leave a door tag similar to this with contact information for you to call in and schedule an appointment for them to come back and replace the water meter. Electric meters, if they stop at your house and no one was there, they will proceed with replacing the electric meter, but they will need to get in the house to do the water meter. So if you have any questions, you can contact us at Municipal Utilities. My direct line is 507-929-5969, 507-929-5969. Otherwise, there is a contact information for Compass on the door tag. And that number is 507-828-4467. Thank you.